All right, we got this little Gressel. Anyway, it's a little T300. Picked it off of Amazon, and it was a pretty good deal. I think I paid about, I don't know, $150 or something like that. And I hooked it up to my solar system, which should be about a 100-watt solar system on the roof here. I'll show that in a second. And I'm just going to kind of test this thing and see how it goes. I have this little portable cooler, and it's actually a heater too. It has a heat and a cool setting. This is the kind of thing that would go like, you know, like in a car or something like that. And it would hold, I don't know, a 6-pack or something. So let's see how long this takes. I'm going to shoot the gun in here, and you can see the dot is there, and it's around the ambient temperature, which is 70.5. So let's kind of put it up here, 70, so around 71, 70.5. But down in there in the cooling area, it's around 70.5. So let's go ahead and we're going to turn this thing on here. And this is on. Let's turn this on. Is that working? Oh, so we're gonna hit the DC button. Ooh. Okay, so fan turned on, and it is cooling. We can test it too for the warm. And it looks like it's drawing about 47 watts, and that's on the DC kind of car outlet. So we're gonna start it. We know the starting temperature. We're just gonna put this in here, shut it in. It is in the shade, so it's enclosed. This is in my work trailer. This is the only thing that I have set up for solar. So we're gonna see when we come back later what the temperature is inside. And also we're gonna see how much power this takes, if any. Now at peak input, I do have this hooked up to the solar panel. So at peak input on full sun, it was generating around 50 watts. So it might be just a, during the heat of the day, it might be just a swap. So we'll see. That's now it's down to about 43 watts. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if that changes. All right, so I'm up on top of the tool shed here. And this is the solar unit that is providing power to that little solar charger or solar battery. I forget what the solar generator is what they're calling it. So I don't know. In my opinion, the solar panel is really the solar generator, and then the other thing is a battery bank. So it is kind of a overcast day, but I think that we might have some chance of getting some direct sunlight on here now. So right now we are in the shade. But during the day, it should get up and should have some direct sunlight on there. All right, so it's a little sunnier out today. Right now, as you can see, it's about 1:15, and we started this thing at about 10:45. So it's been running for about three and a half hours or so, and it is definitely in the direct sunlight now. It probably has been for, I don't know, a couple hours anyway. So let's check it out and see how it's doing. All right, so fan is still on. You can hear that. And the solar generator, it is an output of 37 watts and an input of, well, it just got a little, the cloud just went over, so I think you just saw it go down to 34 watts. It was up kind of closer to 50 watts. And the generator or the battery bank, whatever you want to call it, is about 85%. So let's take a measurement. So let's just get the outside kind of temperature here inside. All right, so it's right in there. So the outside temperature right there on just the outside of it is about 75 degrees. The power bank is a couple degrees warmer. The wood on the inside is 73, 74 degrees just on the inside. So the ambient temperature in there is probably around, I don't know, 73 degrees or so. So let's pop this sucker open and shoot it down in there. And you're looking at 51 degrees, 57 on the plastic, but on the cold part there, you're looking at 51 degrees or so. Now it goes down a little bit more, depending on where you shine it. So somewhere around 50 degrees. That's not bad. Okay, so now it's the cloud went past and it's bringing in 52 watts, 50 watts. So that goes up and down a little bit. Now we have another cloud. Wow, that's really interesting. So the cloud cover can really vary how much wattage is coming in from that solar panel. All right, so I'm gonna monitor this for a little while longer, just to kind of see how it does through the balance of the day on the, full portion of the sun. And I would imagine that most people are kind of using these little coolers when it's sunny and warm out. So I think it's just fair to let this sucker run during the sunny part of the day. I'll come out here every hour or so just to kind of check and see how it's going and see where the battery bank is at. Maybe it'll actually be fully charged if the clouds stay out of there. We'll see. So just to give you an idea of what partly cloudy in Ohio looks like, that's the sun. And you can see, I mean, it's pretty cloudy. So it is getting some direct sunlight, but not a ton. All right, so we're back, and I think it's around 3 o'clock or so, and we're gonna check on this, and looks like we have about 84% power and 14 watts coming in. Got cloudy again, and about 36 watts going out. So let me turn this around. All right, so we got 84% battery, which is about the same. 12 watts coming in, 36 watts going out. That's kind of interesting because if you remember, it was a bit higher when we first got started. So now maybe as it's gotten cooler and it's kind of reached that peak coolness or whatever, it's a little bit easier to maintain that cool temperature. So let's see here. All right, so just on the device itself right there, it is 78 degrees. Let's pop this open. So we're gonna pop it open. And get in there, and it's 54 degrees or so. So that's not bad. 53 degrees, 53. So that's just like looking right in there. And then we'll do the ambient back of the wall, 77 degrees. Okay, so ambient temperature went up about 5 or 6 degrees just outside, just by getting it warmer. But that's what you're looking at. Power in 7 watts. And you can see why. I think if it was a little bit less of a cloudy day, that the solar panel would have kept up, and this little cooler, which is a well-built, nice little cooler, got that for a present, thank you very much. And I think it would have just kept up with no problems. So tomorrow I'm going to run it under the same circumstances. It won't be the same day. Who knows what the weather will be like, so there's going to be some variables, but I'm going to run it without the solar panel hooked up at all. So we'll see how that goes for the time frame, starting at about 10:45 onwards. Okay, thanks. Bye.